Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves and what to expect from them this offseason. Look, they went like 7-5. Like at the end of the year, I think for the last 22 games, they went 11-11. And we saw D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench as the sixth man, Ricky Rubio, and then by the end of the year, he's starting. But look, Chris Finch is legit. Love this coach. If we want to talk about the team next year, Ed Davis is leaving, thank God. We needed to trade Jake Layman and Jared Culver. Let's package Jared Culver, and let me hear your comments down below before we get to it. I just hopped right in this. Juancho Hernan Gomez, surprised, started to look better under Chris Finch. But if you could package a deal for Juan Hernan Gomez, Jared Culver, Jake Layman to open up cap space, or even just get a better player back if you have to throw a protected pick in there, do it if you have to. Because Culver looks like a bust. I would move on from him. Layman hasn't provided us with the perimeter shooting that we wanted. Juancho Hernan Gomez looked terrible until Chris Finch took over and they started going that run. And Ed Davis would be in that list, but his contract's expired. Bring back Jared Vanderbilt and Jordan McLaughlin. And then we have basically right here the starting lineup. Let's go. I'm a big fan of the idea of Karl-Anthony Towns moving over to power forward, and then they kind of can play power forward and center, and then they switch it on defense and offense, the positions. So on offense, it would be Karl-Anthony Towns against power forwards, and then on defense, it would be him against centers because he's not quick enough to go against power forwards on defense. Something like that. I was talking about it. Sorry, I hit the mic. I'm recording in the library. But yeah, so Karl-Anthony Towns there, then point guard D'Angelo Russell, and then at shooting guard, let's have Anthony Edwards, Josh Kogi at small forward, and then either Jaden McDaniels and Jared Vanderbilt just rotating at power forward, and then the sixth man Malik Beasley and Ricky Rubio as like the de facto 2 6-mans, and then you have with Naz Reid at center, and you could say right now Juancho Hernan Gomez. And you have Jordan McLaughlin. I think that'd be like a really good team. But yeah, not having any picks kind of screws them. But if they can get a guy like Thaddeus Young, who won like Hustle Player of the Year, or Garrett Temple, that'd be ideal. Or even you want a guy like Jake Crowder, Royce O'Neal, good glue guys. That's what this team is lacking. Obviously, it's hard to attract free agents to Minnesota and to other places because of the team isn't in the most desirable market, even though the 13th biggest TV market or 14th biggest TV market in the NBA. People look, Josh Okogie kind of redeemed himself at the end of the year. Jared Culver just sucks, straight up. Jared Vanderbilt and Jaden McDaniels are Swiss Army knives. We need players who can shoot threes and play defense. Obviously, if we can find a bunch of free agents, kind of like how the Hawks did, we don't have the contracts. We don't have, the cap space to do that right now. We're going to be at $131 million. And I don't even know how much that leaves us with, room to work with. Which, just kind of, screws us over with the fact that, I don't know. It's look, this team is so much fun. In the offseason, the plan is Ricky Rubio, Malik Beasley, and Edwards, and Karl-Anthony Towns are the most important people, okay? And you could trade Ricky Rubio because he has $17.8 million on an expiring contract with Jake Layman, Juan Hernan Gomez, and maybe a pick or two to get somebody. And Leandro Balmaro should be coming over. So hopefully it does help. And people who are there's Jalen Noel, Naz Reid, Ricky Rubio, Russell, Towns are all eligible for extensions. And in my opinion, what they should do, they have a 5.8 mid-level exception. I think their best plan is to expect them to look to cut costs and try to find some flexibility, because they only have maybe $15 million to work with, and that's they're gonna have to get veteran guys. I think keep Ricky Rubio, flip Jake Layman, Juancho Hernan Gomez, which would save you like equivalent to 13 million, and you would have about $20 million in cap space that you could go all out on some veteran players to add depth. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments.